Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Start Fishing. Don't forget, this is a 360 degree video, so make sure that you can see in all directions. If you can't, you might want to go back to my YouTube homepage and watch the tutorial on how to watch these types of videos. Today, Saturday, April 5th, is one of those days when you're gonna want to look in all directions because the Savannah River and God's creation in general is showing off this morning. It is absolutely beautiful out here, with the exception of those vicious little gnats. Of course, that's why I'm dressed the way that I am at the moment. Yeah, it's early in the morning, there's very little wind, if any, which is a perfect recipe to be very miserable because of those little boogers. Now, once the sun comes up, you'll be able to see them flying all around me. Seriously, without long pants, a long-sleeved hat, and face mask, I would not be able to stay out here for very long. They will still bite my hands, crawl through my hair to get to my head, but my clothing keeps enough of them away for me to be able to focus on what I'm doing. So today I'm fishing with live shrimp, left over from the previous evening, and I'm hoping to find a few redfish to accompany the trout that I caught the day before for a family meal. There's a bunch of downed trees in this area, which is adjacent to the river channel, and I'm thinking we might find a few up close to the bank. All right, on my second cast. Oh no! Not the best way to start.
And just like that, folks.
Broke my line, and I'm gonna have to retie. Now, if you're interested in what kind of cork I'm using, it's a traditional saltwater popping cork with a bit of a twist. You see, I like to use slip corks. The line's threaded through a small metal tube, and then a tiny stopper is used so that when the bait reaches a certain depth, it stops sinking. And this allows me to change the depth of my bait without having to retie a new leader. All right, now that we're ready, let's see if there's another one in the same spot. Haha, fish on! The line held, and that's my first keeper red. Have y'all noticed how cool the sky looks? All of those chemtrails from the airline traffic, they just create what looks as if someone took a paintbrush and painted white brush strokes in all directions. It's really pretty cool.
Get out.
All right, very next cast, and I'm hooked up again. Oh, it's another nice keeper. I can hear my dad exclaiming, "Use the dip net, Jason, or you're gonna regret it." Okay, let's try again. third fish. Arr! Not again.
All right. That's that. I got to get some stronger line on there, fellas.
That's it. Time to change out the leader.
That ain't working.
I'm afraid my line might be bad. I'm going to retie with some stronger fluorocarbon and see if that fixes the problem. I fast forwarded again, but this is literally my next cast after the new leader was put on. There we go. Come on, stay on. Oh, this is a big fish. Can you hear my drag? I better get the net for this one. Have you had a day like this? At least my line didn't break, but that was definitely the biggest so far this morning. I can't believe I lost it. If you turn the camera around into the sun, you can actually see all the gnats that are currently flying around me. You notice I'm not doing a lot of popping. I'm just moving the cork until I get it where I want it in the current, and then I let it float, hopefully moving the bait by the fish in what seems like a natural drift. Up, there is another one. This one's not as big as the last, but it is big enough to use the net. And that puts 3 nice reds on ice for the family. Had I caught all the ones that either broke my line or got off at the boat, I would have been over the 5 fish limit for Georgia. Not too bad for only about an hour fishing. Interestingly, that was the last bite in this spot and for the rest of the morning. I'm always amazed at how quickly the bite can turn off when fishing in salt and brackish water. My guess is the tide plays a major part in where these fish hold. When the water level or the current changes enough, they just move. Either way, that was pretty much the end of this trip, although I did hit another couple spots before heading back to the ramp. Well, thanks for joining me for this video, and I want to remind you that if you haven't subscribed, please do so. And that way you'll get notifications of when new content is posted. Y'all stay safe out there, and remember, if you see me out on the water, be sure to stop and say hello.